Well, Christmas came early for one former UMD football player and captain today as Brent Laing signed with the LA Chargers practice squad. Back in April, Laing signed with the New York Jets as an undrafted free agent and was later waived by the Jets after training camp. But the rookie and Lakeville native is back in the league with another opportunity after the Chargers placed center guard Will Clapp on IR and signed Laing. Laing played for Kurt Weezy and the Bulldogs from 2017 through 2022, where he became a two-time All-American and last winter became the first UMD player to be invited to the NFL Combine, as well as the 2023 NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. Not only that, Laing was the third Bulldog to compete in the East-West Shrine Bowl. The Chargers play the Buffalo Bills on Saturday at 7.